Hello, friends. Welcome back to day 14. Cheers. I have my tea with me. In today's video, I wanted to speak about. Our shadow, healing the shadow, uninstalling programs, becoming aware of the programs installed within us. Yeah, let's get into it. So there's a common analogy people like to use where they think of the human brain as a computer. And just like our computers that we have at home that I'm recording this video on, we install programs onto this computer. We install software. The software we install onto our own computer, our mind, directly affects the quality of our reality. For these programs either hinder, they control us, or they limit us, or they allow us to expand. They elevate us. So the quality and what programs we have installed inside of our brain are very important. And what I mean when I say programs, I'm talking about these are your deeply rooted behaviors, triggers, thought patterns, blockages, reactions, all of these stuff that are, for most of us, are unconsciously running. We don't have any conscious control over them. Someone says something to us, we react. A behavior comes out. These are what I'm talking programs. Also, internal dialogues. These are also programs. What you believe you can do, what you believe you can't do. This is what we mean when we say programs. And when we talk about shadow work, we're talking about the freeing ourselves, the uninstalling of these programs that do not serve us. The programs that are hindering us, that are blocking us, keeping us from our highest potential. I'm gonna describe a process that I have used that's completely changed my life, that has uninstalled these programs for me like nothing else ever has. And it's journaling, basically, is what we're going to get into. We're going to get into the power of journaling. But there's a few parts to this that I want to explain, and that is the following. Before we can uninstall any program, we first of all need to know the program's there. You can't uninstall what you don't know is installed. So the first step to all of this is we need to expand our awareness. We need to actually see these behaviors, these triggers, these limiting thought patterns. We need to actually become aware of them so we can take the choice to remove them. Our starting point for this whole journey of awareness is our feelings, our emotions. Our emotions is like our universally connected guidance system to the infinite intelligence. It's like the most basic way to know if we're on the right track or not. You're either going to feel good or you're going to feel bad emotionally. You'll either have a positively polarized emotion, you'll feel elevation, happy, gratitude, all this stuff, or you will feel a negatively polarized emotion, sadness, jealousy, anger, fear, depression, etc. Our first job with all of this is to just be present with those emotions. This is our first step. The minute you feel any emotion that is negatively polarized, you have just been visited by your shadow. And at that moment, your shadow is knocking on your door. And for a lot of us, at that point, we run away, we open the door slightly, we see who it is, and we slam it in its face, and we say, I don't want to look at you, I don't want to deal with this, I'm going to go do something, I'm going to escape from this, I don't want to deal with this. But what we must do is when our shadow knocks on our door, we need to open our door, we need to invite it in, we need to be friends with it, we need to be acquainted with it. We need to see it. That's it, we need to see it. And a way to fully see the shadow is to journal about it. To in our heads have something happen to us and then go, okay, I feel anxiety. Okay, you've seen it like maybe 2% of what it is, but there's another 98% which we need to get into, and that comes through the power of journaling. So I'm just gonna give just like an example right now of what something might look like. So let's just say you're in a supermarket, you're doing your thing, you're getting your food or whatever, and a man or a woman, they come up to you and they make a comment to you, and it's like, hey, can you get out my way? I need to go look at the tomatoes or whatever. I don't know what it is, but this comment triggers you, and you feel anger, you feel some type of way, you're triggered. At that moment, you now know you've been visited by your shadow. The shadow has come out. And our job now, we caught it. That was our first thing. We caught it. We were aware of that first negatively polarized emotion. We caught that. Now, we go to our journal. And the first thing that we can do, the first step to journaling is just write what happened, how you felt. The most basic stuff you can think of. I was in a supermarket, I was looking at the tomatoes, and this woman or this guy came up to me and they said this, I felt angry. That's like the first thing. And then, okay, this is self-inquiry. Why did you feel angry? I felt angry because I felt disrespected. Okay, why did you feel disrespected? Well, I felt disrespected because the way they stared at me and the tone they used it felt blah, 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 whatever it is. This is the process of journaling, for me anyway, as how I've used it. It's just very literal self-inquiry. Be the person, be your own person that asks, why? Why? Why did you feel that way? Okay, so then why did that make you feel that way? Why? If you keep on digging deeper, eventually you will hit something. You'll hit a treasure chest. And within that chest contains the spiritual truth or essence to that particular issue you're currently journaling about. And I guess this is the major key to all of this. Behind everything that we go through, every trigger we have, every behavioral quirk or whatever it may be, however it manifests itself, however this unhealed energy manifests itself, there is a spiritual truth that lays at the very bottom of it, wrapped up in all of these different layers, all of these different stories, all these different ideas that we will hold. Our job through journaling is to peel back each layer, and then all of a sudden get to that essence. And the minute you get to that essence, you will know you've got to that essence, because for me anyway, it just like something just changes almost instantaneously for me, and I'm sure for many others. Like, you get to that real, you see the truth. You go, oh, that's why I've acted this way, because of actually this that happened. Oh, because of that. Once you see that truth, it just like evaporates off you. You feel a lightness occur. You feel a dissolving of that pain, that energy within us. It disperses. It's now being fully observed for what it truly is. No longer is it scary. No longer is fear there, for it's been seen. Things are only scary when they're kept in secret. What else? This is very much a process. This isn't something you just, or maybe it is. I I'm not trying to put that on you. Maybe you can do it straight away and everything will flow. For some of us, I think it will be. It's already been on this path. But like with everything, it is a process, and our ability to hone in on that spiritual truth increases over time with practice. So yeah, just to recap, our first step is to become aware, to become more present in each moment. So when we are triggered, or when a negatively polarized emotion does come up, we can catch it. It's like a game. This first part's like a game of the mind. It's like, I caught you. That's our first thing. Increase our awareness so we can catch when these emotions arise. And once you catch these negative emotions, you catch your shadow. And once you've caught your shadow, you need to invite it into your home. You need to become acquainted with it. You need to be friends with it. And it's through journaling are we able to complete that process. So as our awareness grows of our whole self, our ability to catch these patterns will become easier. We will become more aware of the triggers that are held within us. And as we become more aware, we are able to journal about them with greater ease. We're able to get to the spiritual truth, that spiritual essence, much quicker. And it's after you do this for however long it takes, there will become a point where these subconscious programs will try and run. So something will happen in your external environment, and the program will try and go, okay, cool, this is my time to run now. But all of a sudden, you have a level of detachment and a level of understanding, and you have a level of awareness over this program, where no longer does that external stimuli cause a reaction from you. But you can stop and you go, I wish to act like this. It becomes from a reaction to an action. You get to choose consciously how you wish to respond to a situation. And it's at that moment you are now no longer living unconsciously. It's at that moment you are no longer a victim. It's at that moment you freed yourself and you've uninstalled that program. Yeah. It's good fun. It's good. It feels fun to cleanse and to heal. Yeah, guys. Yeah. I think that's it. Like with all of these things, this is something I've done. This is the way I've tackled it. I know actually I don't know. I don't really know if other ways to journal, but I'm sure there's different ways of going about journaling. And yeah, if this is like a stepping stone to get to another way, if there's parts of this that resonated, take it, try it. But this is something for me that I do every day. I do this every day. And it's been life-changing. It's been very powerful. But yeah, my people, my family, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this space. I will see you tomorrow for day 15, halfway through this 30-day video journey, which has been a very beautiful and amazing one so far. So I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day or evening or whatever time it is for you. And I'll see you tomorrow.